Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying the Blitzkrieg. Oh yes, it continues. More reviews, lots more on the way. Hope you're having fun. Today in the spotlight, UNI-T UT120C little pocket rocket. Oh, I just love a sea of red. Let's take a look. Plastic enclosure here and all of the good stuff, including instruction manual, are inside. We'll take a look at that in a second. And as well, yeah, that is the main kit and caboodle right there. In the pullout as well, we have our date of manufacture. Look at that, January 2021. Oh, nice, nice. Definitely hot off the presses. And here is that instruction manual I was talking about, the UT120C operating manual, as UNI-T likes to call it. Really nothing more than a pullout per se, but has all the lowdown on your little 4,000 count multimeter. First impressions on the 120C. Wow, I like it. Wow, wow, wow. Small, compact, good quality molding here. Nice plastics that they've utilized. Now, unfortunately, we do not have a standing bail. No tilt stand. Dang it. Oh, well. But that being said, otherwise, you know, overall, not too shabby. Now, those are captive leads. They are permanently attached, like my mother-in-law. A little bit on the small side, but wowsy. Whoa, those are pretty sharp. Yeah. But, well, we'll see how good they perform shortly. Now, I've got to say, I'm not a great fan of this type of a selector switch. You've got to kind of get your fingers in those creases to turn it. And unfortunately, you see where that dial is located, so you can't really one-hand it like this. Well, I guess you could like this. Yeah, but it's okay. It's much easier when you two-hand it like that, no problems, but yeah, well. You can get lost in between ranges like I just did here. No clickety-click, so yeah. Seem better. That display is on now, and look at that, nice and verbose, 4,000 counts. We do not have a backlight with this meter, unfortunately, so you'll have to do without that backlight, but other than that, hey, not too shabby. Those LCD digits are pretty good size too, about 15.5 millimeters, so definitely not small at all, considering the tiny, tiny footprint that this meter has, so good size LCDs. The test leads are rated at Cat 2, 600 volt. We do not have a safety tip that comes with it. They just come in the bare bones like that, but pretty thin gauge wire. Yeah, I don't know about that 600 volt rating. Speaking of ratings, this only has that CE standard here. There's no third-party certification, what have you, so definitely want to keep this away from the really high voltage. Powered by one CR2032, did not ship with that battery as well, but hey, those are really a dime a dozen. You can get them on Amazon for next to nothing, so really no worries there. You have to take off that one screw to get inside, and we'll take a look at that when we do the teardown. Let's take a closer look at the selector switch, starting with the off position, followed by volts, AC/DC, including frequency and duty cycle, resistance, continuity, diode, and capacitance, frequency and duty cycle. Microamps AC/DC, including frequency. Milliamps AC/DC, including frequency. The top of the meter on the far left, we have our select. Underneath that, we have the rel. Top right, we have our frequency, duty cycle, and below that, the hold. But in a nutshell, this is a pretty packed little off the DC accuracy. Should be looking at 2.50 volts and coming up with 2.498. Not too shabby. Next up, 5 volts. And look at that. 4.99. Oh, so close. Okie doke. Next one will be 7.5. 7.502 actually. 7.49. Just one count off. Pretty darn close. Finally, 10 volts is what we want. And 9.99. So hey, not too shabby. Not perfect, but it's not bad. Taking a look right now at AC voltage, and we're sitting at 60 hertz right now, which is really nice because not only are we getting that voltage readout, we are also getting our frequency and duty cycle. Hit the blue button again, and there we are. 49.6 is the duty cycle, and hit it one more time, and 118.6 volts AC. Remember, this is not true RMS, so not 100% exact, but pretty darn close. So really nice that you can get that duty cycle and frequency without changing the selector switch. Alrighty, let's take a quick look at resistance, shall we? Sitting at 1 mega ohm right now. This has a capacity of 40 mega ohm maximum. And let's see how fast it is to range. 3 mega ohm, 6 mega ohm. Yeah, not the fastest. Let's try 10 mega ohm. Ooh, pretty slow there. So, yeah. Let's try 100K. 110K, 310K, 610K. Yeah, so definitely slow when it comes to ranging and resistance. Let's see how accurate it is. 8.25 ohm, 1% precision resistor, 8.25, and survey says. Wow, it's slow. Wow. Okay, so about 8.4. Well, okay, it's coming down now. Definitely taking a while. 8.3 seems to be the final. Maybe 8.4. So, well, close. Not super close, but yeah, still slow. Slow. Quick look at diodes. Here we go. Starting off with the standard diode. And forward voltage drop. No worries. Didn't get that nice audible beep. Already LEDs are next. Here we go. Starting off with green LED. And oh, nothing. Yellow. Nope. Red. Negative. Oh, well, the blue. White. Kind of a lost cause, isn't it? Yeah, so wow. Wow. Was not expecting that. 0 for 5 again. Oh, gee whiz. Ah. And wow, yeah, there's the problem. Look at that. 1.5 volts. That's it. That's all coming out of there. Oh, geez, that CR2032 just can't give it the juice we need for LEDs. Boy, let's take a look at that capacitance range. Oh, man, 100 microfarad. That's it. That's all. Oh, really, that is just not enough for modern-day electronics. So take note of that. Okay, let's take a quick look at that microfarad range. Just the low end. 1 microfarad coming up as 0.947. Let's go to 3 microfarad, 2.8, and 6 microfarad, coming up as 5.38, and 9 microfarad. Survey says, oh, pretty low there, 7.96, so around 8 microfarad. Whoa, wow. Already continuity time. Not expecting a whole lot. Don't forget, these are permanently attached test leads. So, yeah, well, hit and miss usually with these, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Wow, very, very low. Scratchy. Yeah, not very good. Not very good. And I can't put Probe Masters on here either. Oh well. 52.7 dBA, the maximum output volume in continuity, and that is super, super low. Really too quiet. You're not going to hear it very well if you're in a noisy environment. Not good at all. Already sitting at 19.70, coming up as 19.79, and 18.50, 18.58, 17.50. Let's take it to 15 even, 15 milliamps. And not too shabby, 15.06 for the 120C. Let's go all the way down to 10 milliamps even. Coming up as, oh, look at that, 10.03, good stuff already. How low can you go? Let's see, down to 5 milliamps. Coming up as 4.99, pretty darn good. Let's try 1 milliamp even. 1 milliamp. Coming up as 0.97, so not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Excellent stuff. So, you know, in terms of low current, this meter pretty well has you covered. Great stuff for a pocket meter. I'm going to switch it over to the microamp side now. And there we are, 164. Okay, 165 microamps coming up. We're sitting around 200 right now. And 100 shows us as 64. 300 is 265. 500 is 468 microamps. So, okay, sitting in milliamps right now. 400 milliamps is the threshold. And can we go over? Can we go over? No, we can't. 400 spot on. Bringing it down. Doesn't seem to be any issues here. 100 milliamp coming up as 98.1. So yeah, milliamps look to be just fine. Thought it'd be fun to take a quick look at the size differential, and wow, this thing is tiny. Look at that. Compared to the rest of some of these UNI-Ts, this thing is absolutely tiny, tiny, tiny. So yeah, it just goes to show you, you really can put this thing in your pocket. Hell, you can put 10 of these in your pocket. Whoa. Just for the heck of it. Oh, that's just wrong. Just wrong. I thought it'd be fun to put it against 3 little pocket rockets. The Sanwa PM11 on the far left, followed by the UNI-T UT125C in the middle, and the star of the show, the 120C on the right. And yeah, look at that. Sitting at 2.1 volts right now, and they are all pretty well neck and neck. All right, here we go. Up and away. 5.62 volts. 5.62 for the Sanwa, 5.61 for the UNI-T 125, and 5.62. Good stuff for the 120C. All right, up and away. 11.13 volts, and look at that, 11.11 for the Sanwa, 11.10 and 11.12. Actually, 11.12 even Steven for the Sanwa and the 120C. Okay, we are up and away. 22.33 volts and 22.31 for the 120C, 22.27 and 22.29. Holy moly. Okay, we're going to max things out now. 31.99 according to the power supply. 31.9 for the Sanwa, 31.91 for the 125, and 31.96, which is actually the closest for the 120C. So look at that. That cheapy 120C actually bested the Sanwa in terms of accuracy on this DC voltage showdown. Good gosh, amazing. Now this little guy is about $100 compared to about $15-20 for the 120C. So hey, excellent. Now you don't have that really gorgeous bar graph that you do get on the Sanwa, but nonetheless, good job, UNI-T. Very cool. Once again, you can actually use that as more protection for your case. The leads just fit into that little crevice like so, and look at that, really, really good, hard, sturdy case, and that nice clear area so you can see the display without any issues. Hey, I love it. Love it inside. And yeah, start things off. Once again, no shielding. Well, hey, wasn't expecting. Here we are, and you can see we actually have a brass threaded insert. That's where that one screw goes to open up the cover right through there. So really nice attention to detail. There is our CR2032 battery holder right here. Just takes one of those, plops in, and away you go. One thing I'm really loving is this resettable poly fuse on the milliamp side. Awesome stuff. That is a 200 milliamp resettable self-resetting poly fuse, and it is on the milliamps. Now look at that, we are missing a tiny bit of solder. Could have used a little more of that solder, a little more, but okay, no big deal. Over on the other side we have one PTC. This is on the voltage side, and that's it, that's all. No high current here, so we have no high current shunt, but I gotta say, loving the self-resetting fuse. Have some diode clamp going on here. The main IC is cobbed, and we have a couple of doohickeys here on the top, and it's like a filament that actually goes and makes contact with something bizarre. I'm not sure what the hell those are. At the top here we have our main IC, which is cobbed, diode clamp over here, tin can oscillator. Pretty well that's it, that's all. Remember, this does not do anything out of the ordinary. No flashlight, no non-contact voltage, no live wire, nothing fancy schmancy, just the bare bones. Now, one thing I do like is that pot over here. We have one for, I believe, voltage and resistance. So yeah, you can do a little bit of user calibration if you want to. Always a good thing. Overall, not too bad, not too shabby for a $20 and less multimeter. Gonna put it back together. Come back with my closing thoughts on the UNI-T UT120C. Oh boy, it's sort of a mixed bag for me. I understand it is a pocket meter and it's pretty darn cheap. That being said, I do find it a little bit on the short side of things in terms of overall functionality and usefulness. Had a really poor continuity showing, gotta say, way too low. Gonna be hard to hear that at the best of times. Microfarad range, only 100 microfarad, and you know, it does have a microfarad range in a small pocket meter, which is a good thing, but how useful is it really gonna be? Trying to light up those LEDs, oh, forget it, baby. Not gonna happen with the 120. But hey, it's not all bad, you know, this was a pretty decent overall meter for the price, and look at bested the Sanwa in terms of that DC voltage showdown. Good stuff. Fit and finish is pretty darn good as well. A nice plastic, good quality plastic buttons, and overall the display, even though it doesn't have a backlight, is very easy on the eye. You could definitely do a lot worse on the 120C when it comes to a pocket meter, but you could probably do a little better as well. The UNI-T UT120C gets a solid 3 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching this blitzkrieg of a review, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the week, having lots of fun bringing it to you guys and girls. Till the next one, keep on testing.